Okay, I want to get rid of this dip that's here. So yours may or may not have that, but I've got a little 4-inch piece of wool. I'm just going to roll it gently and then put it over the neck. Their little jowls are actually wider than their neck, so I want this to stick out a little bit more than this piece does. It's like he just keeps getting wrapped in scarves or something. It's weird. Okay, that's fine. Next we're going to make a chin, and their chins are nice and full. Like they come sort of this triangular shape down here. So I'm going to lay out some of the pelt or the pig color. A really nice consistent 2-inch square, I'd say. And then I want to put a little bit of core wool in here just so that it has some volume. Okay. So I'm going to draw the shape that I want, which is like, you could use the Zuli tool if you just want to kind of map it out. But I want it to get wider than the Zuli tool, so I'm just using the Zuli tool to be my center. It's like an upside down U. It's like kind of pointy, but not sharp pointy. And then I roll this little 1/4-inch edge back and then fold these sides in. So I'll work one side and then the other side. Now I can lift it up so that I don't get it totally stuck. And then let me hit it with the punch tool a little bit. And then when I put it on, I want it to kind of cup it so that it has this fullness. So I think I'm going to put a little bit more core wool right here. I can take just some scraps of some pieces that I pulled off just to give it some volume there. Okay, so this goes even with the tip of the nose. And the fringe just comes back and starts to blend into the neck. So see how I cupped it? I didn't just felt it flat. I gave it some volume. It's not sticking into too much right now because I have other shapes to add on, but I've got it tacked on there pretty good so that I can shape it later. Okay, then I want to make the piece that comes over the nose here, and they have a little, maybe that's like a remnant where their husk used to be. They have this kind of shape poof on the side of their mouths. So if I take about a 6-inch piece of the pig pelt and wrap the Zuli tool, about a 1.5-inch area of the wide side of the Zuli tool, and I'm trying to be really consistent. Okay. Then I could do the same thing. I can give this a little tug so that the center goes right on to the top of the nose without adding a lot of bulk. So I'm really making sure it's felted into that, off-white wrapped core. And then this I can tuck around and make that little poof. And I can decide how big I want it to be and what kind of shaping it needs once I get a little further down the line. So I'm just tucking it in to create some fullness there. So from the front, it looks like that. And so what it'll do is it'll get shaped more, and then we create a piece to put on the end that actually makes the snout. Okay, so to make the snout, I want to start with a nice 2 to 3 inch piece that's maybe, you know, a nice solid 3/4 of an inch band. And I want to felt the center and fold it over, felt about a 1/2 inch area, and then fold it back over. This is like it's a double fold taco. It started out as a taco, then I felted it and folded it back. So now I have a finished edge and a fringy edge. And to make it look more snout-like, I want to roll these sides in. And you can look at a picture and see their snouts are usually kind of like a heart shape, an upside down heart. So that shaping I usually do after I put it on. So I've got this nice, well felted sort of 1/2 inch square. And that's going to go, this is a little tricky, it goes directly onto the end of the nose. And I use a strong needle and really just felt a nostril to each side of that armature. See, can you see that?
I'm zooming.
Okay. So the armature is right in the middle here. I'm doing a strong nostril to each side of it. And then the fringe can just come around and blend into the nose. Actually, before we blend the fringe, no, we're good. I've done this several different ways, so I'm just kind of trying to, so just felting this down a little bit. Like I said, it's going to need some shaping, some tightening, once I understand where everything is. Trying to get it so you guys can see it. That's where it is right now. Okay, so we need to make a nice big taco to go over the head. So I want to try to grab a nice 3 inch square, kind of consistent 3 inch square of the pig pink. And then I'm just going to felt across the center and fold it and felt this. Zoinks. This is a taco. So the rolled edge can go here and all the rest can come back. So I'm just tacking the rolled edge down. Just wherever it lands. If you need to cover things up or blend things together later, that's totally fine. Just let the fringe come back over the head and neck wherever it lands. Okay, so I'd like to get the ears on so that I know where they are, and the ear fringe will help cover some of this white up, and then I can really shape and blend away seams and stuff. Just kind of thinking about the head shape and where the eyes are and trying to start to shape it a little bit. Okay. I've tried making the ears several ways, and really folding the pieces in to create the shape is the best way. And then after I folded them in, if you want to, you can trim the edges of the ears a little bit so that it looks, you know, less like it was all rolled in, and you can have fun and felt, you know, create a little notch or once they're well felted. So we need 2 ears, so we need 2 2-inch squares going horizontally on the felting surface. And you're looking for a shape that is flat on one side. Let's use a Zoli tool. So flat down one side, and the other side has an angle to it. So this side's just straight up and down, and this side comes out and then down. And I like to fold the flat side, the angled side first. I think it just helps it make. So just folds along the line that you created, and then you can fold the flat side. So you have to make this one the opposite. You have to make it flat, center the tool, make it flat on one side, and then come out and down on the other. I'm going to try folding the flat side first. Either way, you might end up with some fringe that you have to deal with. So once you've got the shapes established, it's a good idea to lift it up and then go at it with the punch tool and really flatten those out. Leave this a little bit fringy so that you can attach it. You can do both sides. So I like to put the flat side up and the folded side down, and then you can further sculpt, sorry, I'm all off camera, a little shape into it. But they're set pretty high. The bottom of the ear is about even with where the eye is. So I usually tack that corner down and then create a little pucker tucking the top side down. And then it's always a challenge to get them facing this, placed at the same way. Alright, so I put the first side down and tack it, and then I create a pucker and tack the second side. And the fringe just becomes one with the pig. Their ears really point forward, so I put them on pretty much that way, pointing forward. So now I can see, you know, where else do I need pink top coat? Oh, his little legs are need to be better felted. You're going to spend more time felting your pig color on than I have been. So now it's a lot of stabbing to sort of sculpt these pieces into shape. I want to put another piece of top coat over the neck. Probably going to need one under the neck. So I'm just going to put this like this. Felt it on. It's got this weird gray in it.
What do you call a pig with laryngitis?
I don't know what.
Disgruntled.
Why laryngitis?
I can't.
Oh, disgruntled. I get it. Don't mind me. My brain's on the pig, not on your funny jokes. Not getting your high level witty jokes.
Yes.
Your late night show quality.
I'm not sure why I haven't been invited on one.
Alright, my pig looks a little crazy right now. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Need to get under here. How do I want to do this? I think I'm going to go this way. There's a few more shapes we need on the face. I don't like it when I have to just stab wool on. I like it when I can wrap or shape or make it all together in some way. All right, I have a lot of mushy give, so I'm gonna tighten everything up a little bit. I want to make a corner of a mouth. Right now our mouths come back a little too far, so I want to try to blend this line away. And that can be a simple little, remember the shape we made for the snout? Felt the center, fold it over, felt a little area, and then fold it back over. So it's not quite as, it's a little bulkier than a taco, not as round as a seed. And it just gives you this nice rounded edge with blending material. And you can make a little mouth corner. Actually, too much.
I made 2 mouth corners.
I almost did. I should have. And then you might need a little bit of fuzz to blend the seams away. Okay. Mostly what I need to do is tighten this down on the muzzle, on the snout. Let me do the other mouth corner. The fibers embedding in the felting surface is actually kind of a good thing because it helps us create lines that we want to use. Like if you stab in, then the wool stays there. Okay, and then the eyes, it's gonna need more blending. Sometimes I use the needles to tease out an edge so that it's not so. Okay. The eyes, you just kind of, you can stab in with a strong needle to make a dent. And then you can decide, do you also need a brow? This has quite a bit of poof around it. I think on this pig I ended up putting a little brow. Let me see what I did on this one. On this one I did too, but let me just start with this and see where I end up here.
He's got a lot of face poof.
It's a lot of face poof. It's a good thing. I like working into the poof. But the sculpting, like all the little sculpting decisions and stabs, you gotta look at reference pictures and, you know, look at the planes to get it looking the way you want it. Okay. Got a lot of flirting to do. His head ended up on the big side. It's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna roll a little eye with some black. Just take a little bit and I just fold it into a little like 1/8 inch pillow, and then you just tuck the sides in. They have rather small eyes compared to the size of their heads. So I'm just gonna stab it in as round. And then if I put lids or something, I can shape it more. That same technique we used for the mouth corners is a great way to make a lid. Okay, and the other one, got a lot of extra pills. How you doing up there, Milo?
Good.
Okay.
Trying to figure out which joke won't make you
Laugh so hard that
yes.
I can't even needle felt. I want to be, oh, maybe crowed. Good luck with that. I want to be like on the floor. Like, come on. Can't control myself. Stab, 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 stab. This is my stabbing song. Okay. We can also stab some black into the nostrils to make them look extra nostril-y. Like so. Looks scary, Milo. Looks downright scary. People aren't going to want to make this if it doesn't look cute. Sometimes things you think are simple are not.
You just gotta give him a little smile.
A smile, okay.
Not sure why you're taking my advice. Look, he's happier.
Yeah, he's getting better. He needs, see, every project gets to the point where I gotta lean in.
That's okay, I'm pretty close.
You know what I mean? Like, I gotta get in there.
You're still not on.
Okay.
I'm zoomed.
Okay. So let me see what happens if I make a little lid. Getting better. Getting better. Something about this isn't right. I think his eyes maybe need to be higher. One moment. Yeah, I think that's part of it. His eyes need to be higher. The beauty of needle felting. Really. I also want to blend this seam away. I'm going to take some wool, go this way. And blend that seam away. That's better. And then I'm going to undo these eye poofs. Yes, you can do that. And get them a little higher. So it's the next day, actually, but I haven't done anything except for rip the eyes out and put the dents up higher, which I feel like made a big difference in her pigginess. So I need to put the eyes back on, and I can also decide if the ears are going to be shaped in any way, or sometimes they hang right over the eyes, sometimes they kind of come out to the side a little bit. So I'm going to make 2 new little eye bumps. Turn off my phone.
Somebody's saying something to you.
And put these on. They were a little big anyway.
What
What's
was it?
new? Go
Oh,
ahead.
well, I'm back on jokes.
Okay.
Why was the pig ejected from the football game?
Ejected?
Yeah, thrown out.
I'm just picturing a seat, like, and the pig be like, whoops. I don't know why.
He was playing dirty.
Oh.
No, not as good as being ejected from his seat, apparently.
Ejected. Is that the right word?
When you get thrown out?
Yeah. I feel like there's another word. I'll think of it. Besides removed. There's another one. Someone will comment. Someone will put a very helpful YouTube comment
Yes.
with the word I'm trying to think of. Okay.
I just go with what Google tells me.
Yeah.
Wait, we don't talk about Google. The internet search. There, do I sound
Google,
younger?
But you just don't say Google it. Apparently. I say Google it. Alright, little lids. Little lids. I'm going to make little lids the same way that I made the snout, just with that simple taco and then another fold, like a little 1/8 to 1/4 inch. I don't know if these are lids or brows or what to call them. Eye embellishments.
They're eyelids.
Eyelids.
Well, if a pig blinks,
It's gotta have something.
it's gotta have...
It's gotta be able to go to sleep. I'm gonna make a sleepy pig. He's like,
He's gonna look like
dazed
he
and
has
confused.
a sty.
stop.
That wasn't even on my paper.
You are like just on the fly now. They're just coming to you. Alright. For now, my pig
Has a sty on it.
looks like he got a nip of the good stuff. Alright, we'll shape it. We won't make him totally
He looks
Rasta
happy.
pig. Alright, there will be more. There will be more stabbing. And maybe a little more pinkage. I see spots that need it. So, So, let me tell you. I started one of the piglets from this kit just to make sure that I know what I'm doing. And my recommendation is to take the remainder of your pink after you've made Mama Pig and split it into thirds. So that you have, you know, three piles set aside for each piglet. If you put this top coat on too thick, you're probably going to run out. But we are going to stock it, so you are in luck. There should be enough for all of your pigs. That's the idea. So I'll start at the beginning. We had an armature, and we left the legs straight because what we would like to do...
I'm interrupting you, but are we done with the Mama Pig? I mean, it looks good done.
Oh, you're right. I'm kind of moving on and not talking about the other colors. It's just, I'm a little...
Well, you were just in Piglet land.
I'm a little out of it today. Okay. Okay. So we have other colors here that you can kind of tone down the pink. You can totally leave it pink. You could put white on it. I kind of like this tan color, so I just make it real thin and fringy. Try to be consistent and just let it lay over the back with the fringe tapering down each side. So there's no harsh color line. It just kind of blends into the pink. And you can add other colors. Some of these spotted pigs are they're real golden. You know, they get actually a pretty saturated golden tan color, almost chestnut even. So we just kind of gave you a few things to play with, but there's a lot of possibilities beyond what's in your kit.
It's a cute little piggy face.
It's getting there. I'm not gonna like, you know, just keep stabbing on camera, but it just needs a little more refining, and she'll be cute, yeah. And then I might do one piece kind of going this way to blend this stuff together. And then to do the spots, this all needs more felting. This project is a lot of stabbing because so much of it is just laying color on and stabbing it in. To do the spots, it's kind of fun to do a little gray, kind of random, and then I like to let the black be to the inside of it, not quite, you know, leave a little gray border.
Like how you just pulled it. You didn't like try to make it a shape, which makes it a good
I
shape.
didn't, but you could. You could if you were like let's say you wanted it to be a heart. You could fold a little rounded spot and let this taper to a point. And then fold a little rounded side and let it taper to a point. Like so. Who says like so? I feel like that's like a cooking show thing or a...
I don't know, I'm mesmerized by your stabbing.
I am too. I gotta remember that I'm videoing. Ah, so cute.
So cute. So cute. Okay, so the pig.
That's
it.
Done. Yeah, that's it.